You are watching Lemon Water in the Morning with Nandi. So this is a new series, and on this series we talk about the benefits of lime water or lemon water. Pretty much they have the same nutritional benefits, although in terms of their astringent power, I believe, in my opinion, the lime is more powerful in that respect. But both of them, whichever you have available to you in your neck of the woods, you use what you have. But so every morning I have my lemon water or lime water first thing in the morning, first thing on an empty stomach before I do anything else. And I invite you to join me every morning, because we don't just talk about the lemon water and lime water and the benefits. What I want this series to do also is to allow you to just talk about anything you want, whatever you have on your mind, right? You can talk about it. And so it's just a space, a morning space for morning people to just drop by, spend a little time. It's Sunday here in Jamaica. It's Sunday morning, and I'm about to go make my juices for the morning and then do my laps. So here is my beautiful lemon. Beautiful, crafted by nature. And there she is. Look at that. Succulent, gorgeous, packed with power. The astringent power, pulling the mucus out. In Jamaica, the lemon and the lime, they're something we go to for anything having to do with boosting the immune system, getting rid of colds and flus. And pretty much on the onset, you grab your lime. What we do is, traditionally, we will combine the lime juice with honey and have that. Or we'll get the lime tea, the lime leaf tea also. Just boil the water and pour it on, let the lime leaf steep, and you have your lime tea. Sweetened with honey, or some persons use sugar. I never put sugar in my juices or my teas. I hardly ever put honey either. I just have it as is. I've always had this, just this philosophy that you should just have the things as is, as much as possible, once it's something you can tolerate, quote unquote. Just have it as is, just experience the fruit or the herb or whatever it is as it was made. Or if you're blending them, so you'd combine the flavors of the fruits or the herbal teas, but only rarely do I put honey. For example, like I'm making sorrel with ginger, I might put some honey or something like that. But usually my fruit juices, I just combine the flavors of the fruits, or if I'm using a herbal tea as the base, then that's what I have. And I never, ever, 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 ever put sugar. Ever. Never, 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 never put sugar. Honey, rarely. But honey is an excellent food, though. On its own. Honey is a wonderful supplement. It's full of nutrients and antioxidants and so on. And it's actually, they say, the only food that really has no timeline in terms of expiration. It will last indefinitely once you don't, expose it to extreme conditions. Honey has been said to have been found still edible in the pyramids of Egypt. So it is well preserved. The bees know what they're doing. Alright, so let me rinse my hand. I do have an orange juicer, to squeeze my oranges. I have an electric one, I have a manual one. I could use it for the lemon or the lime. I just choose not to. In Jamaica we say our men have sweet mouths, and what that means is they will tell you things, to I guess all men do it, in every culture, but Jamaican men are particularly sweet mouthed, and they will say things to you just to, to sweet you up, to soften you up, to get through. And one of the things they love to say is, like, when it comes to food, when it comes to women preparing food, preparing meals and juices, they always say, "I want to taste your hand. I want to taste your hand. I want the juice where you squeeze with your hand. I want the flour, I want the dumpling where you knead with your hand." It's like you're saying your spirit is going into that thing. I like that idea because that's the approach I take to foods. I like to be hands-on. If I'm making, for example, my cherry juices, I'll use my hand, squeeze the cherry, because I don't blend it. You don't want to get the pit. You don't want to blend the pit or the seeds of certain fruits, right? So with the soursop, I'll be there using my hand. And I do believe some of your spirit goes into the food when you're hands-on like that with it. So yes, our men are sweet mouthed, but there's something behind that saying, I want to taste your hand, I want to taste your hand in the food. There's something to it. Here you go, Tix. Have some. If you don't have your lemon water, just have some of mine. Here you go. And guess what? It's I think it's November 21 today. Yeah. November 21. So that means Christmas is a coming. I'm not religious, and so Christmas is not a religious time for me, but I do love the Christmas time here in Jamaica. I've always loved it, ever since I was a child growing up, because of the things that we associate with this time of year. So normally, as a child, by this time you would have heard the Christmas carols starting, the radio playing the Christmas carols, and you'll be singing along, and it's just a jolly time. And as we get closer to the actual December 25, you would see decorations going up in the homes. You'll see the Christmas lights on the houses, the trees, the stores you pass in, everything will be well lit. Nowadays, I think the people have to tone down a bit because the electric bills are so high. You just can't afford to be stringing lights all over the place, and even the decorations are so expensive. But just that jolly spirit, that jolly time of the year. And in Jamaica we also have something we call Christmas breeze, which, the northers coming down from the north, that cold air coming down, sometimes bringing some rain, but usually it's just the coldness, because of course, up north there approaching their winter at this time, and it's getting colder and colder and colder, and the winds are coming down. So we get what we call a Christmas breeze, which is just this cool breeze that comes along about this time, and it just gives it that crisp, nice feeling. You know, you're still in the tropics, you still have your sun outside, you don't have to be putting on any winter coat, there is no snow, but you still have that, just that cool, crisp vibe. You know, I love that about this time of the year. I love the merriness, I love the bells and the singing. We used to have carol service at school, like at this time of year, singing the carols. Like I said, for me, nothing religious at all. I am not religious. I'm very spiritual. But the carols just remind me a lot about childhood. And I'm a very nostalgic person. I'm a very sentimental person. And so, you know, it stirs up those kind of things for me, and this is my favorite time of the year. Second only to April, which of course is when my birthday comes, and so that is the best time of the year. Spring and all of that. So other than that, December. You know, we're heading into December. We have another week or so before we touch base with December. So I'm getting into that vibe, and you know, I love this time of the year. Done. I'm done. I'm done, and I will see you tomorrow.